Before commencing this broadcast, GameFace would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land of which we broadcast from today. We pay our respects to elders, past and present. We would also like to acknowledge any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people present with us during this broadcast.
Hello and welcome to the YJFL here on GameFace.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Yarra Junior Football League, I would like to welcome you to Ford Park today. In this round, we commemorate the anniversary of the landing at Gallipoli. Like hundreds of thousands of our fellow citizens who gather at memorials in cities, suburbs and towns across Australia, we have come here to commemorate one of the most significant events in our national calendar. We meet here today not to glorify war or praise victors, but to remember those who have served our country during times of conflict and crisis, and to reflect upon their selfless sacrifice. The last post will now be played, following which I ask that you observe a minute's silence. Thank you very much, and best of luck to both teams today.
The Anzac ceremony before both teams get ready to get into their positions here this afternoon. We have got Ivanhoe versus the Whitehorse Colts Football Club here in this under-16 girls contest here at the magnificent Ford Park here this afternoon on what is the traditional Anzac weekend here in local football. Always a very moving service, no matter how big the length is an Anzac service here today. And we thank everyone for their service, either in the past or who are currently serving overseas. And we're very, very fortunate enough to be obviously here today to bring you these live streams, and we're still very, very fortunate in the current climate with things happening overseas and in the past that we can be thankful enough to have sport like this on such an important weekend. And obviously tomorrow, Anzac Day itself, the two big games across the AFL.
4 15-minute quarters.
Well, thank you very much there. Our Fuzzy Reese is joining us today with special comments. We've got 4 15-minute quarters here now this afternoon due to an incident in the game prior we had. Obviously, as I was saying, two big games tomorrow in the AFL and, of course, local football on Anzac Day. But if you can, donate to the Anzac Appeal, and you'll see a lot of clubs around town and around the country, or around the state, wearing magnificent jumpers across the weekend as well. So both teams will be just about ready to make their way into their positions now. We're starting obviously a little bit behind time due to an incident in the game prior. All the best to the player involved over there. Interesting to note, Ivanhoe are coached by current AFLW player Jess Del Pos, formerly played at GWS and is currently at Carlton off the top of my head. And they should give it a good crack today against the Whitehorse Colts Football Club. A special thank you to our sponsors, the Provence Mitre 10. Go visit down there. Visit the team down there for all your home timber and hardware needs. The A1 Bakery of Fairfield. It was this weekend only. If you're a YJFL player and you pick up a apple turnover, I believe it was, you'll get a free coffee as well, Reece.
That's true, Liam. Great deal. And our friends down at A1 Bakery doing a terrific job for supporting us in community sport this year. So if you're around, if you're a YJFL player and you're around the Fairfield area, go get yourself one of their famous apple turnovers. Get yourself a free coffee.
If I behave myself, you might have to head down there a little bit after.
Yeah, what would you like?
Oh, surprise me.
I'll take the turnover. I'm a turnover specialist.
You'd make me drink the coffee. That'd be right. Obviously, a big thank you to us as well. Woodards of Manningham, real estate specialists. They've been in the Doncaster area for over 100 years. So if you're buying, renting or selling, go visit the team down there. As well as the team. Oh, God, I've had a head blank of all those sponsors. The sirens going off in the background everywhere. I've had an absolute head blank and a half, but there are major sponsors. Reece, if I forgot some, you can chime in. I've probably forgotten a heap.
Haven't heard, but that's okay. A1 Bakery will be supporting our player, our best on-ground player of the match. I'm looking forward to see who comes out with that one today. I'm sure there'll be plenty of talent being the top division of the U16s girls, and looking forward to this one, Liam.
Yeah, it should be a cracker indeed. Do you think the shorter quarters might impact the game in any way?
Well, it is pretty hot. Well, it's heating up a little bit, so the sun's out. It's actually a really nice day for it. I'm in a jacket. There has been some hotter days recently, but if they are gassed, just means they'll have to go harder for the whole 15 minutes, the whole quarter. 19
degrees today, the expected top in the greater Melbourne area. Had about a 20-degree day yesterday afternoon, so perfect day for football here. Both teams just slowly making their way out into their positions now. Reece, you got the coin toss, I believe, did you? Which team is kicking to the what end of the ground?
I did not make the coin toss, but judging by this, we've got Ivanhoe kicking to the left of screen.
Yep.
To the pavilion end.
Or the mall end, the Oriel Road end, the Ivanhoe West end, whatever you want to call it.
What have you been running with, Ivanhoe West end?
Oh, I keep getting told it's Ivanhoe, but I think it's Heidelberg West, to be completely honest with you. And Belfield, there we go, we've got another one. Anyway, umpire holds the ball aloft and we're ready to go. Under 16s, top division in the women's is underway. Very nice leap there from the Whitehorse ruckman. She got the first tap out of the ruck, but which way is the ball going to go first? It's heading towards the forward 50 for Ivanhoe. Getting the ball out there, that time was Freeman. Freeman's kick forward's a bit of a tumbler. There's a little bit of a race onto the ball here. Getting there first, nice done with Steve. She picks up the footy, but it was taken away nicely there by Smith of Ivanhoe. And now there's just an absolute pack of players around this football. It's come out the back towards Emma Steve once again, but Ivanhoe do well to come away with it. Nice little kick to the outer side. It's a tumbler, but it falls into the arms there of Talatari. When she takes the mark, directs a little bit of traffic, gets told to go now, kicks to the pocket. That's a nice kick too, but it just carries the pack out. The back is Steve again. There's her third touch in about a minute. She has a tumbling shot towards goal. Pretty decent effort too. And a very enthusiastic umpire with a big swing of the arm. Signals are behind and we're underway.
That's what you like to see.
This afternoon.
That love doing their volunteer jobs at local footy.
Absolutely right. I've got to butcher your last name, Reece.
Yeah, Reece de Derg.
Reece de Derg, there we go. On special comments today, we'll just stick with Fuzz, I think, if we have to.
Yeah, that's completely fine, mate.
Ball to the outer side, the Oriel Road side. They're about 50 metres out from home. The umpire calls for it, a stalemate on the outer side. Hope you will enjoy the coverage today. We've got a double header here at Ford Park. Hopefully it doesn't cloud over too much and get too dark, or else the lights will have to come on early. Ball was tossed back in the air. No one can really get it out. It came to Clouth. She got the handball away to a teammate, but now it's just been cut off once again by Whitehorse. They're looking very threatening early on. They got the first score of the afternoon. They're inside their forward 50. No one can really pick up the ball, but they do now. Quick centering ball was good. It's going to tumble out the back. Who's going to get there first? An Ivanhoe defender does. She handballed over the top. It came from Smith. That's who it was. She goes in there and gets it again. She's wrapped up, spun 360, got it away. They could be out here, Ivanhoe. Well, there's a good tackle there laid on Smith. Although they're going to come away with it. There's two Whitehorse players around it. They go inside forward 50. Steve's going to run onto it once again here. There's nearly her fourth disposal, but gee, I've lost my words there. Mark being taken overhead there by Del Post. This is Claudia. She'll kick inboard and find a target. Nice strong mark taken overhead that time by Snow. She kicks back to the outer side. It's going to bounce in front of her teammate and Henriksen. She'll run onto it. It's right in front of us here. She'll be wrapped up straight away. There's a good tackle by Fern Wannon. And now it's just going to tumble towards the boundary line. Fern Wannon goes the second time, picks it up, kicks it inboard. That's a nice pass. And the mark has been taken out in front there by Talatari. She kicks inboard. That's a nice mark. And the mark has been taken there by Henson. Kick inside forward 50 is a good one. And the mark has been taken there in front by this young lady who's been very busy early in Emma Steve. 0-1 on the afternoon so far, and that's a smart, intelligent pass. That's good footy. And she's found a teammate who plays on straight away. Kicks to the top of the square. And it's been marked on the line. Marked on the line by Hallie Henson, who slots through the first goal of the afternoon for Whitehorse. And they go to 1-1-7. Ivanhoe yet to score. Gone about 4 or 5 minutes here in the first quarter here at Ford Park. Good been played so far there by the Whitehorse Colts. And a little bit of reward on the scoreboard early. Credit to them. Ball makes its way. Ball's back into the middle of the ground now. Umpire about to fling it back into the air. He does so now. Tap out one there by Whitehorse. Comes to ground. Hasn't gone too far out of the middle now. It does. Comes to Freeman. This is Maddie. She tumbles a little kick forward to no one in particular, although they're going to get it inside their 450 here. No, they're not. Whitehorse or Ivanhoe appear. It looks like they're going to come away with it here, but the Colts' numbers around the football are just massive, and they're putting an immense amount of pressure on both sides here as Whitehorse go back inside forward 50. It's going to be a run back towards the ball. Chowdhury's going to be the first one to get there, although she gets beaten to it by Steve. In the end, her teammate, they kick inboard. The goal kicker there, Henson, she's hovering around. What can be done here? Ivanhoe come away with it. There's a clearing kick, but it's going to come straight back. Here's Freeman.
Well set up around the arc there from the Whitehorse girls.
Yes, indeed. They're really getting the footy going.
Just well structured.
That's a good kick too. It just was a little bit too hot there for Sienna Talatari. She goes a second time. Kicks to the top of the square, and there we go again. Good footy.
Swinging onto the left, and they had numbers. She just had to find it. Because Ivanhoe, they've cut off with a few intercept marks early, Liam, but so they're in the right spots. They've just got to be more careful with the footy delivering inside 50.
This is Sienna Talariti. Apologies if I am getting the names wrong. But either way, she has slotted it through for her first of the afternoon.
Terrific goal.
And that is Whitehorse's second. They go to 2-1-13. Ivanhoe yet to score. And we have gone nearly 6 minutes here in the first quarter out here at Ford Park.
Good start. Good clean footy, Liam.
Yes, indeed. They're playing well, getting this ball out of the middle quite comfortably. But Ivanhoe are going all right in their back line. They're holding up quite well. They're getting the ball out, but unfortunately, the numbers behind the footy for Whitehorse, they're getting it pretty easily back into their forward line.
Well structured. They need a clearance, Ivanhoe.
Ball back in the middle. Freeman, that was Lucy that time who got the kick forward. It didn't find a target, although it tumbles inside their forward 50 once again. Seacombe got there first for Ivanhoe. She tried to get a handball away, but put her teammate under an immense amount of pressure. And I would imagine the umpire will call for it here unless it comes out. He's hovering and he finally calls for it. We'll have a ball up inside 450 once again for Whitehorse.
So that pressure's certainly building for the Colts. They've had all the possession early in their half of the ground.
Ball back up, getting a good tap out there was Fern Wannon. That's Asher. There's 2 of them out there today, sisters. Ivanhoe are going to try and bring the ball out to the broadcast side. The handball put her teammate under a little bit of pressure there from Seacombe. That's a nice little clearing kick, although it's just going to bounce in front, but the bounce is kind for her. Little kick came there that time from Del Post. She had to go a second time. There was a little fresh airy kick there. Del Post gets it again. She got the kick away just in the nick of time. Comes towards the middle of the ground. Being there was Smith. She's throwing the body around. Tapping the ball forward a little bit there. Was nicely done there by Satori. And now it looks like Whitehorse are going to go inside forward 50 again. That's a nice handball over the top. It found Freeman. This is Charlotte. She'll kick inside the forward 50. Who's it going to go to? Emma Steve's going to be the one that's going to try and run on the back of the footy here. She smashes into an opponent, I should say, and then butters up and goes in there. And there's a little bit of a crude tackle there. High contact. So Emma Steve.
Good start from Emma.
Yeah, she's been solid early. I reckon she's had around maybe 5 or 6 touches of the footy.
Let's see if she's got the journey from here.
So she's probably 35 out. She kicks it to the top of the square. Pretty good effort. Slips through a few sets of hands. Bobbles around the back. Picking up the footy there was Freeman, and it's just gone out of bounds for a throw in. Deep in the pocket, attacking end for Whitehorse.
Yeah, Miss Steve, she's got the pace. She's looking lively up forward.
Very lively
probably
indeed.
Their most dangerous option early. And no one's manned her up at this stoppage. She's running through.
Tap out there by Whitehorse. It comes out the back to no one in particular, but they got numbers everywhere here. They're going backwards to go forwards. That's okay. There's Freeman again, but she kicks it straight to an opposing teammate in Long. Long takes the mark for Ivanhoe, and they might try and settle down from here. She'll go to the outer side. Ooh, kick was good. Just had a little bit too much on it for Smith. But she butters up and goes a second time, gets slung around a little bit and gets a handball away. And now they're bobbling the ball around. Fern Wannon had the football. Gave it away. Kick to the left forward pocket's okay. They don't mind that. They'll get a stoppage. We'll have a throw in. Deep inside forward 50. Kicking to the right of screener Whitehorse. They're 2-1. They're leading Ivanhoe, who are yet to score.
Yeah, they'll just be looking to control a little bit more of the possession. Ivanhoe, a few marks with a bit too much on it to control the footy. Find a mark.
Double-handed tap out that time there was good for the Colts. Here's Steve again. She swings around, got the snap away, and through for a behind. There's her second score of the afternoon. Very lively early.
Yeah, early contender for that A1 Bakery best on ground.
She could probably taste that turnover already. Apple, cinnamon, I don't know what they do. Might have to go down there myself.
Not a turnover of the footy, though.
No, been very solid.
Early.
Seacombe takes the mark. There's Seacombe right now, actually. She finds a footy, kicks a little floating torp towards the middle of the ground, but it's been cut off there. And the mark was taken by Bolt. That was Sarah, although she's turned it over in the middle of the ground.
They need numbers forward here, Ivanhoe.
They've had a couple of loose players back. They could be out here. Mark taken that time by De Vietos. She kicks inside forward 50. That'll bounce. Is it going to favour Whitehorse? It does. It was nicely done by Fern Wannon again. That was Ellie. They kick towards the middle of the ground. A heap of numbers around this footy. Getting there first. Good job there by Seacombe. Her kick inside the forward 50's good. And they've got a little bit of pressure around the footy here, Ivanhoe. They could be a legitimate chance to get their first score on the board. Smith had the footy. She was spun around and got rid of it in the nick of time. Going in there was Bone. She couldn't quite get her hands on the footy, and now the Colts are going to go through the middle of the ground up the highway. Kicks a good one to a genuine one-on-one contest. Both got a couple of sets of hands on it. Picking up the footy there was Long once again for Ivanhoe, and she's been wrapped up in a good tackle by Tamars, and we'll have a ball up around 55-60 from home for Whitehorse. Ball back up, leaping in from the side and getting a good jump at the footy there was Briamis for Whitehorse. And she'll go in there and do her own work and go again. Gets around one, gets around two, gives it to Tamars. Handball was good. Comes to Long. Long's kick bounced in front of a couple. They could be on out the back here because it comes to Cloth. And what can they do here? Whitehorse have got the numbers around the footy again. Handball to space was a smart one. Being held without it there was Telerati, I should say. Ivanhoe go forward once again. But being back there on the last line pretty much is Sarah Bolt. Takes the mark. Half-back flank. She kicks the ball down the line in front of the broadcast position. Just getting her opponent out of the way is Sienna Telerati. But she's been pushed. So a free kick against her. It's going to go to Pearce. No, it's not Pearce. It's Del Poss. Del Poss's short kick over the top's good and finds a teammate in Snow. Snow plays on. Kicks to the forward 50. Now, how's this ball going to bounce? It doesn't do any favours at all for James. This is Imogen, and she's run past it, unfortunately. And can they lock it in here, Ivanhoe? I think they will, because there's about 3 of them on top of this player. Although the ball comes out the back, quick kick has come there that time from Fung. It's bounced towards the top of the square. Can they get a score on the board here? They deserve a little bit of reward for effort here, Ivanhoe. They've been good early, although there's a heap of Colts players around this football, and it's going to be fumbling around that other side. Getting to the ball first there that time for Ivanhoe. There was a number 11. We don't have that on our team list, unfortunately. Might have to get that one chased up. They've still locked it in there, forward 50. They've done quite well here. There's about 5 of them locking this ball in to about 2 Colts players. And you would imagine now the umpire might call for it, although it's still bobbling around like a pinball in there. Quick snap on goal, that's all right. Devietos gets it away, but there is the last line of defence one. It's again in Maddie Freeman. Stands out in that helmet. Slipped through a couple of sets of hands there of Whitehorse, and now they're going to come away again. Here's Sienna Talariti. Her kick's all right. Didn't do a teammate too many favours. It bounced in front of them, and now Ivanhoe are going to try. And the free kick has found a umpire, I should say, has found a free kick. It'll go the way of the Colts, who bring the ball out this outer side again. Here's Talariti once again. She's been very lively early. Also contending the A1 Bakery best player on the ground. She might get the apple turnover herself with a free coffee. Running onto the back of the ball here is Smith. This is Sophie. She wheeled around one. Kicked inboard was pretty good. Just slipped through a sets of hands there. She got the handball away in time, but there's 2 Colts players around the footy here. What are they going to do? They go forward. That kick came again from Steve. She's been very lively early. Charlotte Freeman kicks the ball inside forward 50. Running onto it was Harris. Harris gives it to a teammate on top of the goal square. Is wrapped up by 2 Ivanhoe players, and will have a ball up pretty close to the centre square with a minute and a half to go. 2-2-14 plays Ivanhoe, who are yet to score on the YJFL on GameFace this afternoon. First of a double header here this afternoon. Quick snap on goal. That came from Freeman that time. She couldn't do anything with the footy, really. It's come out again here for Ivanhoe. The kick down the line's good. Delpos will run onto it first, you would imagine. She got the good bounce, just fumbled a little bit, but went the second time and got the handball out to a teammate who just boots it off the ground. Here's Asher Fern-Wadden. She'll kick the ball inside forward 50. It's a pretty good kick, but standing her ground and marking in front there that time was Snow. She plays on straight away towards the middle of the ground. That's all right to a one-on-one. Getting there first, it was Asher Fern-Wadden. She put a fist in, and Ivanhoe are going to bring the ball out wide once again. The ball didn't do her teammate any favours. Getting it to it first is Devietos. And now it's just bobbling around once again that other side. There is Delpos once again. Kicks inside forward 50, but there's no one at home except a Colts player. Although it's done all right for them. It could become a one-on-one. That's a good tackle, and we'll have a ball up around 45 from home. Ivanhoe going to the left of screen. Ball's back up. Both ruckmen fight a little bit of a draw, but it went straight down to Freeman. Her kick's good. It's a genuine one person. She's got a paddock to run into here. If she can get the good bounce and pick it up, she will. She can go for a little bit of a run, look for a teammate. Got to be careful or else she'll get taken down. That was well done by Huddy. Her kick down the line's okay. 2-on-1 that favours Ivanhoe, but I think they'll take that as the siren goes for quarter time here at Ford Park. The best siren in local junior football, I firmly believe that. And it's Whitehorse who are 2-2-14 early. Goal kickers to Sienna Talariti and Hallie Henson. And they're in control early. But Ivanhoe, they're up for the fight, that's for sure. So once again, quarter time, brought to you by our major sponsors at Provens Mitre 10, the A1 Bakery at Fairfield, and Woodards of Manningham. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. In that meantime, get your game face on.
G'day to all the Yarra Junior Football League clubs. GameFace is excited to be back in the YJFL again in 2022, and we're here to tell you about how you can get involved in all the great things we have to offer this year. Starting off with our popular digital media services packages. Let GameFace take care of your social media packages with engaging content posted directly to your channels on your behalf. Content will consist of action photography from Frankie, which will bring player profiles, game day promos, motion graphics and more to the next level. Take advantage of a professional media day which puts your players in the spotlight for video content throughout the season. Road Crew will see our team out and about on training nights and game days, interviewing your players and giving your club exposure on social media. Sponsor videos are a great way to show appreciation to your partners, whether posting the ads on Facebook or using the videos to promote them in the club rooms. Recognise your award winners and milestone gamers with poster designs. Printing is also available for a memorable recognition piece. Select a package which includes game day vision, and your club will receive 2 games filmed siren to siren with a highlights package to get everyone excited and engaged with your sponsors. And finally, our very popular live stream broadcasts. Along with our weekly broadcasts at YJFL, HQ Ford Park, if you become part of the GameFace family, we'll set up the broadcast team for a live stream day at your club, featuring all the live action for 2 consecutive games with full play-by-play commentary and on-screen graphics. Rotate parents, players or sponsors onto the broadcast for interviews and special comments, and make this the day that your club is up in lights. Select a package that fits your club's needs. Inquire with us today to find out how you can get any of our services to your club in season 2022. And get your GameFace on.
In life,
you have to play by the rules. Fit in.
Don't be too thin.
Or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
Welcome back here to Ford Park here in Heidelberg, West Belfield, Ivanhoe, whatever you want to call it. It's a 14-point lead to the Whitehorse Colts at quarter time. 2-2-14 plays Ivanhoe, who are yet to score but have been really, really good. I feel competitive and throwing their weight around early on. Goals to Sienna Talariti and Hallie Henson early for the Colts. Well, as I said, Ivanhoe not disgraced in the early stages whatsoever, as they've been really, really good early and challenging pretty much at every single contest possible. As we've got Campbell just sorting out a few things here. He's been doing really well on the graphics in the computer today. And we've got Izzy, who's providing all the coverage today. I got her name right this week. I forgot it last time and nearly embarrassed the poor lass. So there we go. We're on good books early, that's for sure, as both teams are just making their way out into their position so we can get this second quarter underway here. Obviously, don't go anywhere. After this game, we have got the Ashburton Redbacks taking on the Park Orchards Sharks in the Colts Boys Division after this at 3 o'clock, which might start maybe a couple of minutes late due to an incident in the war. So just waiting for the last couple of stragglers to leave the ground so we can get going. 2-2-14 plays 0, yet to score for Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe are kicking to the right-hand side of your screen in the second quarter. And Whitehorse to the left. The umpire holds the ball aloft and we can get things underway. Good throw up too. Tap out one that time by Lucy Freeman of Whitehorse, and they're going to get the first centre clearance. That's a nice thumping ball inside forward 50 to a little bit of space. Who's it going to favour? Looks like Talariti is going to run onto the ball first. She got a little bit of an ugly bounce, unfortunately, and nearly kicked it off her shin, but she goes backwards to go forwards. Probably loses a little bit of ground here to Ivanhoe, but throwing her body over the ball there that time was Freeman. That's Lucy. And there they try to come away once again. Lucy Freeman butters up a second and third time and goes again. Talarides got her body behind the foot. He picked it up and was wrapped up in a pretty good tackle there by Claudia Delpos. And we'll have a ball up. No marking around. Umpire gets it up straight away. Getting a good leap was Asher Fernwannon that time. There's two of them out there today. Got to look out for them and make sure I get the right one. There's Asher again. She kicks to the pocket, but it just bounces inside. And we'll have a boundary throw in front of the magnificent new pavilion here that Ford Park now have, the home of the Yarra Junior Football League. Umpire about to ball it back in. She does so now. Getting to the front was Talariti. Freeman's getting her head taken off pretty much, and she'll get the free kick. And we'll have a shot deep in the pocket. Sorry, it's not Freeman. It's the very busy Emma Steve, who I reckon had about 8 touches early on. She goes for the boo, na, 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 na. It wasn't a bad effort. It got to the top of the square, and it's been kicked through. Has it for a goal? Yes, it is. Well, that's a little bit against the grain sort of stuff there. I did not see who kicked that at all. Just got to try and pick up who's high-fiving anyone. Either way, the Colts go to 3-2-20. Ivanhoe are yet to score. Might have been Kushi Chowdhury who scored it. We'll give it to her either way, but happy to be corrected. But there was about 9 players in front of that ball, and I just couldn't quite pick up who got it. But there's the first goal of the second quarter, going the way of the Whitehorse Colts as the ball's back up in the middle now. Both ruckmen fired, a little bit of a draw once again. Might see that as the players get a little bit more tired. Kick inside forward 50. It bounced a little bit ugly for Holly Tamars. She went the second time, couldn't quite pick it up. She now wraps up Snow and a good tackle. And I don't think that ball's going to go anywhere and will be balled up once again inside forward 50 for Whitehorse, who are kicking to the left of screen here in this second quarter. Tap out one that time by Cleary of Ivanhoe. She got the front position and tapped out nicely to a teammate who can't quite pick it up or get it away, as there's just a heap of players around this football, and that's not going to go anywhere. We'll have a secondary stoppage inside the forward 50, 15-minute quarters for this game at the moment. Ball back in the air. Little tap by Whitehorse was okay. Asher Fernwannon was being the first one to get to it. Quick kick forward. They're going to be dangerous from here. Whitehorse. Steve is going to be the first one to get to it. She'll snap around the body. Through for behind. Her third behind of the afternoon, but been very, very lively. 3-3-21 they are now, the Whitehorse Colts. Ivanhoe yet to score. And we've gone nearly 4 minutes here in the second quarter as Ivanhoe are going to bring the ball out to the broadcast side. The kick's good. Nearly carried the pack. Mark being taken by Pearce. Pearce appealing for a little bit of movement from her teammates. The chip over the top's good, and a nice mark taken overhead by Smith. This is Sophie. She plays on. She had 2 Colts chasing after her. She's got 2 players out the back here. Tapping the ball to advantage is Cloth. Can she pick it up? Not exactly. Puts a teammate under a little bit of pressure, and they give it straight up once again. Here is Talariti. She's been magnificent. Gives it off to a teammate and Tamars. She had to wait for it to bounce. She kicks inside forward 50 to the live wire and Steve. It didn't bounce for her, unfortunately. And Ivanhoe are going to try and get the ball out of their defensive 50. They're going to try their absolute hardest. Here's Sophie Smith. There's her second rebound 50 in as a space of about 25 seconds. Here is Talariti again. That classy sort of kick off the left foot was all right. Didn't do too much for her teammates, and there's those Ivanhoe numbers just back in defence. And they're going to get the ball out. Bone got the handball from Smith, and it looks like it's going to come straight back. Mark has been taken. That's a thumping kick, a little bit of a floater, but it comes off. Mark was taken there by Freeman. That was Charlotte. She played on straight away. Trying to spin around was Chowdhury. She couldn't quite get the kick away. Although they're doing okay here, Whitehorse, to lock it in, but there's 4 Ivanhoe jumpers to get it away, but then there's 2 jumpers of Whitehorse who are just there to lock it up, and the mark has been taken on the edge of 50. That was taken by Asher Fernwannon. Her kick to the top of the square was good, and dribbling the ball through for a goal. Yes, they are. We're just going to try and pick up who that was as she just dusts herself off a little bit there. There's their second for the quarter. It's their full forward, that's for sure. And it would just help if you could turn around, because I don't know who's kicked the goal, but she's obviously happy with her work either way. 4-2-26 now are Whitehorse. Ivanhoe are yet to score. Yes, 4-3, sorry, we've missed a behind. Yep. 4-3 to 4, yet to score. Ball back up in the middle, getting a good leap at it was Fern Wannon. Ivanhoe get the little kick forward. One-on-one here on the broadcast side wing. Getting to the ball first was Charlotte Freeman, who gave it to, I assume, her sister Lucy. Kicking board's good. It's going to find the young wild gun in the helmet and Maddie Freeman. There must be 3 of them out there. Mark taken off the kick. It was nicely done as I looked down to the forward line to see who kicked that last goal. And it was Hallie Henson once again. She's kicked her second of the afternoon. As Ivanhoe come away with it outer side, although it looks like they're going to go inside forward 50 again. Fern Wannon had it. Henson's going to be out the back here. She's going to be dangerous, but she couldn't quite get to the footy. Who's there? It's going to be an absolute a struggle to try and get this out. There's about 8 players around the ball. Quick kick that time came from Mitchell of Ivanhoe to the edge of the defensive 50. Getting a little toe in was a Freeman, and it did Talariti an absolute favour. She got that nice right foot into it, getting her hands above herself and trying to get the footy away with Steve. And the umpires found a free kick for a throw, and it'll go the way of Ivanhoe, and they can try and release a little bit of the pressure here from the left back pocket, and the kick is going to be taken by Eliza Napolitano. Kick down the line's all right. Genuine one-on-one. Got her hands to it was Claudia Delpos. She couldn't bring it down, and the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in as we're about halfway through the second quarter here at Ford Park. It's a 27-point lead to the Whitehorse Colts. As the ball's flung back in, Fern Wannon got the tap down. Kick inside forward 50's good. Bounce just had to be careful. It was well read there in the end by Torrington. She got it away for Ivanhoe. Kicking board is okay for the Colts, but just like a lot of the congestion of the football today, there's a heap of numbers around the ball. The kick across goal's okay. Might do a favour for one of the players. A handball comes away. It was pretty good. Clean footy. Snap around the body from Lucy Freeman to the top of the square. It's a 2-on-1 favouring Whitehorse. Numbers around the football. Smother off the boot of Chowdhury. What can happen here? They're getting first hands on the footy here, Whitehorse, so that's good. Handball comes out the back. Here's Chowdhury once again. Snap on goal. Through for a behind. 4-4-28 now. The Whitehorse Colts. Ivanhoe are yet to score, and we've gone nearly 9 minutes here in the second quarter here at Ford Park. A reminder, we've got the game coming up after this of Ashburton Redbacks and the Park Orchards Sharks. As the ball comes back into play, they're using that Oriole Road outer side. No one able to get down to the ground and get first use of the football. Umpire nearly blows her whistle to call for it. Getting the body in over the football for Ivanhoe was Cloth. She couldn't quite get it out, and now they're battling. The ball's maybe gained a couple of metres. Freeman got the handball to a teammate who was put under immediate pressure, throwing her body around as Asher Fern Wannon. It comes out the back to guess who? Talariti. That thumping right foot is so good, and it finds her teammate in Steve, who's maybe 30 metres out from goal here, kicking to the left of screen. And I think she's going to back herself in and have a go. Been a little live wire this afternoon. No, she's going to decide to pass off. Not the worst idea either, because that is a strong mark taken overhead. That's good footy, and it's once again, guess who? Sienna Talariti. She's directly in front, 20 metres out. Should just absolutely slam this through. You never know. Football's a funny game sometimes. She's on her approach. Look at that. That's quality. Straight through the middle. There's her second of the afternoon, and Whitehorse's fifth. They now go to 5-4-34. Ivanhoe yet to score. And we're going a little over 10 minutes here in the second quarter. The cream is starting to rise to the top here with Sienna Talariti and Emma Steve really putting their name to the game here, and they're being well backed up with the likes of Lucy Freeman, Asher Fern-Wannon throwing their bodies around, and good to see pretty much all the players getting their hands on the footy. So we've actually got Smith in the ruck now for Ivanhoe. Unfortunately, she was beaten to it in the ruck contest by, Asher Fern-Wannon, although they're going to get the centre clearance here, Ivanhoe. Here's their first real good look for the quarter as they go inside forward 50. Running past it was Casey Cloth, and she wraps up an opposing player, and a good tackle, just got the disposal away. Good tackle there laid by Julia Del Pos. Now the ball tumbles out the back. It's found... it found someone there. It just couldn't quite pick up the number, unfortunately. It looked like a 26. I was going to say that's Napolitano. And they come away Whitehorse. Dropping the mark was Freeman, but they do all right to get it out. Smith was going to put the fist in, but there she is again. Talariti takes the mark. Defensive 50. Joins up with her partner in crime in Steve, who dropped the mark and had to go a second time. Gets a good shepherd there laid. There was a good smother off the boot there by Henriksen. She kicks to the forward 50. Nearly cutting the ball off there was one of the Whitehorse players, and they're going to get out of trouble once again in their attack or defensive 50, and they kick towards the middle of the ground. It slipped through the hands there of Long of Ivanhoe. She goes again, gets a handball just in the nick of time, and they're going to try and lock it up just on their attacking side of the centre square here, although Whitehorse look like they might get it out, but no, the umpire says we'll have a ball up. Ivanhoe side of the 50, Smith in the ruck again against Fern-Wannon. Fern-Wannon gets a good jump once again, and they'll slam the ball inside forward 50 this time, Ivanhoe. Who's at home? It slips through the hands there, but they'll come away with it either way. They get out of trouble just for a brief period of time. It's Long and Freeman in a one-on-one. Freeman gets the bounce, nearly smothering the ball off the boot there was Seacombe of Ivanhoe. And now it looks like they're going to steam forward once again. The kick came that time from Stewart of Whitehorse. It tumbles towards the forward 50. Someone's in there for them, and it was Talariti in there once again. Ivanhoe have got tons of numbers around this footy. Are they going to be able to pick up the ball? Fang and Devaritos are there. The kick comes towards the middle of the ground. Now, this is good link-up footy. Can they get something out of this? They deserve to. Kick to the outer side of the centre square is okay. It's about a 3-on-1 that favoured Whitehorse, unfortunately. Being slung after getting rid of the ball was done. And now they're going to wrap each other up and try and lock this footy up on that. It's pretty much the same spot as the last stoppage of the on the centre square, and the umpire does call for it with a minute 45 to go here in the second quarter. Tap out that time was won by Smith of Ivanhoe, although Whitehorse are going to come away with it. Here's Freeman. Freeman's kick just to the outer side or the inner side of the centre square is okay. Didn't do any of her teammates any favours. It's been picked up there by Julia Dalpos. Dalpos tumbles one to the outer side of the middle. Handball was good. It found Snow, who gave it off to a teammate. That was Conte Massara. And the kick towards their forward 50's all right. It slipped through the hands of a Colt. But she went a second time, did Harris, and gave it to a teammate. And she might have just got it back that time off to Mars. They take it to where near their interchange gates, but the mark was fumbled and then marked by Smith. This is Jacinta. They settle it down a little bit, but a couple of handballs over the top. They go inside forward 50, but they've just got all the answers, even in the back line at the moment, do Whitehorse, and the mark has been taken there. So we're inside the last minute of play. It's a 34-point lead to the Colts. Strong mark taken overhead again by Talariti. She'll sink the right foot into this. Oh, she sure does. Down the line. Went through two sets of hands. No one there out the back to gain possession of the football, although they'll be pretty happy with a stalemate on the outer side at the moment. Would Ivanhoe just to let the scoreboard stay where it is at the moment and regroup at half-time, because that would probably be the last little bit of play we'll see as the ball's gone out of bounds. And there is the siren for half-time. So that's half-time here at Ford Park. Whitehorse, they're 5-4-34, and they're leading Ivanhoe, who are yet to score. Goal kickers are Kushi Chowdhury. Sienna Talariti has kicked two, and Hallie Henson has also kicked two. 3-2 that quarter for the Colts. And Ivanhoe, who I still think deserves something for their effort. They've been really, really good so far. They're still just trying their absolute hearts out just to get something on the board. So that's half-time here. We'll take a little break here. Thanks to our partners at Mitre 10, the A1 Bakery of Fairfield, Woodards of Manningham. Thank you very much. And in the meantime, get your GameFace on.
You without your generic. Now that I have your attention, let me walk you through how Club Zone can supercharge your fundraising. Is it time for your club's website to be upgraded to a new, easy-to-use platform? Create a Club Zone website and experience the new benefits today. It's time to supercharge your fundraising. Club Zone is everything your club will need to raise money. It's time to have an all-in-one website for your club's important news, information, sponsorship, e-commerce, ticketing, membership, and much more. There is no need to complicate things with cash when you can run everything through your website. Get your own online store to sell anything and everything. Memberships, apparel, merchandise, memorabilia, and more. For the club that has to juggle everything, Club Zone's easy to use and easy to build website solves your problems. No need to update the latest news on your homepage. Club Zone will have an auto-generated newsfeed straight from your Facebook feed. Open up your club's sponsorship opportunities and showcase and sell packages online to build their exposure. Set up fundraisers like never before with a fully automated raffle system. Ensure that you keep your fundraising events professional. Club Zone's integrated ticketing system is for all of your online and physical events. Take things to another professional level with ticket scanning functionality. We know help desk tools are one of the most integral tools when it comes to supporting our customer base successfully. That's why we are constantly building on our in-depth information centre for your use. Get the full Club Zone experience for just $14.80 a week.
So we're going to do live and loose from the Mexican night.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for everyone on the stage tonight.
What an outstanding tournament it's been, Paul Wilson.
Unbelievable.
Always a pleasure to catch up with Gareth from Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. We're down at the Pakenham office today. Great to have the game back, isn't it?
It is. It's absolutely super. You just see that buzz, and you see people just get that energy back in them, and the colour comes back into their face, and it's good times.
You're a great client of ours. Why is it important for Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South to get involved in A, sponsoring GameFace, and B, being heavily involved in local sport?
I think it's just what I touched on before about being involved in local sport, that it just does so much for the local community, and I've seen firsthand how much it can turn guys' lives around just by the support network it provides.
And that's, I think, the real key thing for local sport. You're out there to enjoy yourself, but you also just provide some structure in some people's lives that really need it.
How do we get hold of you, Gareth?
So give us a call, 1300 669 103, or my mobile, 0421 565 111.
Gareth, thanks so much for all your support. We look forward to more in 2022, and may this sit resplendently either in your office or at home, or maybe the pool room,
Yeah,
whatever
definitely.
you've got.
Absolutely, thanks Dan, greatly appreciate it, and we look forward to many more years ahead.
Get your GameFace on.
Have you had your team photos done yet? Well, Frankie Photography is the only way to go. Great photos, great designs. Find out how your club can raise money by selling photos online on your very own shop. Check out our website for other great offers such as live premiership posters, end of season awards, tributes and milestones, and gift vouchers are also available.
In life,
You have to play by the rules. Fit in
don't be too thin.
or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that,
Wearing that.
eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way,
No wrong way.
only your way,
Anybody,
anytime.
Welcome back here to Ford Park in Ivanhoe. We're just about ready for this second half of football here between the Whitehorse Colts and the Ivanhoe Football Club. Very successful half-time too. Had a delicious chicken and cheese little burger they've got here. Bottle of water. Geelong's in front. Signed my first autograph too, could you believe? Throughout that half-time break for a young lad named Nathan, who's still standing in here in the box. He gets to blow the siren here, I think, as the umpire holds the ball aloft. We're just waiting to get things underway. There it is. Ready to go here. And Whitehorse kicking to the right of screen this quarter. Ivanhoe to the left. Both ruckmen, pretty much they both got their hands on it. There's a good tackle there laid by Sophie Smith there of Ivanhoe. My God, don't see that too often. Nice crunching tackle there. Ball straight back up in the air. Tap out there by Scarlett Smith that time, and they give it off to Seacombe. Her kick inside the forward 50 is going to bounce in front of a couple, but it favours Whitehorse. Out the back is Fern Wannon. That's Asher. She kicks to the outer side. A bit of a foot race to get to this football first. No one can really pick it up. They're sort of trying to play tunnel ball with the footy. And now it's nearly locked up. No, it comes out once again. Now it comes out. A little tumbling pass. Who's going to get there first? That's the other Fern Wannon. That's Ellie. She got it and couldn't get rid of it. She was wrapped up straight away without any chance of getting rid of it. And we'll have a ball up outer side. We're still running with the 15-minute quarters for the remainder of the game. So a little bit of a shortened game for both sides here as the ball was back up in the air. Wasn't decisively won by anyone in the ruck. Kick goes forward through the hands of Seacombe, who runs onto the football. She socketed it off the ground and had to go in a second time. She just about picked it up but couldn't come away with it. Ivanhoe bring it out towards their interchange bench side. Who's there to grab it? There was one there for Whitehorse, and that was Talariti. Her kick inside the forward 50's okay. Having a bit of a fresh area there was Imogen Harris. Although Whitehorse, they're going to look to get the first blood of this quarter. The ball comes towards the middle of the ground. A little bit of running through the highway up the middle, as I like to call. The kick's all right. It favours one of her teammates. It bounces out the back, but they're matching each other for speed here. Just a little cheeky bump there. That was nicely done by Bolt. She kicks inside forward 50. Who's there? Just an Ivanhoe jumper. That's nicely done. Stopped any chance of a Whitehorse goal. So they look to bring the ball down the outer side. They do so now. Marked nicely in front there by Snow. This is Carly Snow. She wheels back inboard. That's a dangerous kick. Getting her hand in front of it was Talariti. Handball over the top from Freeman is to her teammate. The kick on goal is across for a behind. It looked like it came from the boot of Harris. And now they go to 5-5-35. And Ivanhoe are yet to score. We've gone nearly 3 minutes in this third quarter, I should say. As the ball comes back in, went through the hands of Talariti, dodging two there. That was nicely done there by Taylor Seacombe. And now the umpire has found a free kick, I think. It'll go the way of Whitehorse. They'll look to go inside forward 50. That's a good kick. And she had to beat two there, did Talariti. Yeah, even our Opsman there, Campbell was happy with that. And she'll go back and have a shot from about 30 out, slight-ish angle. She checks to see the wind. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing, but nothing too drastic. Settles now, played in the under-16 Vic Metro side last week. Did Talariti. Look at that kick. That action is perfect. Kick is on the way, and it's gone straight through the middle for a goal. There's her third of the afternoon. 3 straight, may I add. And Whitehorse now go to 6-5-41. And Ivanhoe yet to score. 4 gone. Third quarter. And from kicking that goal straight back into the middle of the ground, I'll tell you what, I'd be knackered if that was me running around all day. Playing the ruck rover sort of role here is Talariti. Ball back up in the air now. Got a bright future, I think. And she'll get the footy here and load the ball to the outer side. It's going to bounce in front of two, but trying to tap the ball to her advantage there was one of her teammates. She tries to tap it towards the line. She can't quite pick it up. Ivanhoe matching them in any way possible. Charlotte Freeman got the footy. kicked it short. Mark was taken by Smith. She played on straight away. Heap of numbers around this football. Got to be careful with those hands in the back or else it'll be a free kick. That's Dal Poss. She was held without it. Yep, told you, can't put the hands in the back. It's not Dal Poss, apologies. Oh, wait, yes, it is. It is Julia Dal Poss. She kicked short to the middle of the ground. It went through hands there of Whitehorse, and now they're going to gain a little bit of territory here, Ivanhoe, but they can't quite get it out. Fumbly handball came through. Benson gets the ball for Whitehorse. The kick bounces in front of an Ivanhoe compatriot. She handballs over the top. It was a good one to De Vrietos. Little dribbler down the line. Favours Claudia Dal Poss. Runs inside one. Kicks down the line. That's all right. What can they do here? They get to it first. They go backwards to go forwards a little bit. Kick inside forward 50 from Smith's good, but just a Colts jumper there to mop things up. First time the ball's really gone inside their defensive 50 so far this quarter. Kick down the line's all right. Slip through the hands. Foot race to get to the football here first. It's Chowdhury there as well as one of her teammates in Freeman. Freeman's going to pick it up, or yes, no, nearly. Got to be careful with the head. Dal Poss got her head over the footy. Also with her head over the footy is Henriksen, and the umpire will call for it. Actually smack bang in front of us here near the broadcast position where we are here. The umpire, she flings it back up in the air. Ruck tap won that time by Freeman. Getting first hands on the football there was Smith. Smith's handball was intended for Dal Poss. Henriksen got it, handballed it straight into the waiting hands of Harris, and the ball hits the fence out of bounds for a throw-in. Ball back in. Nearly carries the pair of ruckmen, but the tap out was won by Seacombe. Now, Whitehorse carried away, and Mark, and she could have taken her time there and settled back behind the mark. Here's Dal Poss throwing her body around. She did well to get around too and kick down the line, and there's a good fist. Well done there by the other Dal Poss, that's Claudia. And she stops the ball from going any further, and it's gone out of bounds. Ball back in. Both ruckmen fought for front position there. Getting her body over the top of it is Benson, and she can't go anywhere. She was wrapped up by Dal Poss and Taylor Seacombe. And we'll have a ball up, flung in the air. Seacombe, I reckon, got her hands to it first, and here they go again through the hands of Tallaridi. Tallaridi with a 1-2 with Freeman. She had to wait for the bounce to favour her. She kicks down the line. Nicely done. They're just about inside forward 50. A couple of them fought for front position as the soccer off the ground comes towards the middle. Here is Emma Steve, who gives it to Tallaridi. Tallaridi will kick the ball inside forward 50 and find a target. That's quality footy. Mark taken by Bolt. Bolt kicks to about 15-20 out. And going back with the flight of the ball there, that time is Julia Dal Poss. She takes the mark in the hole, does really nicely. Kicks on the left. It carries the pack of players that were awaiting it at the back. Here is Fern Wannon. This is Asher. She kicks inboard. It just goes past Tallaridi's head, but she's just sort of lumbering after the ball. Dunn was there for Ivanhoe, still is. Wraps up someone in a tackle. That's nicely done to ensure that the ball is not going anywhere. And we're going to have a ball up, and we've gone all over the halfway mark here in the third quarter. 6-5-41 Whitehorse. Ivanhoe are yet to score on the GameFace Yarra Junior Football League live stream of the afternoon as Whitehorse go inside forward 50 once again. Steve gets to the footy first. She kicks on the outside of the boat. Charlotte Freeman's going to be one of the first to get there. She's in a one-on-one with Satori. Freeman won it. Ton of numbers around the football. Kick to about 20 out. There's someone sitting underneath it and taking the mark over her head nicely there. She should go back and have the shot here. She does. She's got time to settle herself. Get the footy in a nice position. Have a jog in. Kick is on the way. It's off to the right. Unfortunately, the ball stays in the field of play. Picking up the ball and getting a little shot on goal is done. And that's another goal to Henson. So, Hallie Henson's kicked her third of the afternoon, and that is the 7th for the Whitehorse Colts. They go to 7-5-47. Ivanhoe are yet to score. We've gone a little over 9 minutes here in the third quarter, and you would just about say they're in complete control of the game. Whitehorse, although you would think Ivanhoe, as I've already alluded to, deserves some reward for really, really good effort today, with some real obvious standouts so far for them as the ball is back in the middle. Smith's rotated into the ruck now for Ivanhoe, and here's Talaridi again. That pounding right foot kick, I should say, is inside forward 50. Didn't really favour anyone. Running back onto the ball for first for Ivanhoe's Klaus. She gets her body in there. Couldn't quite get it away, but it came to Satori. Her kick down the line's okay. Talaridi's the first one there. She goes again, kicks the ball inside forward 50. Who's there for the Colts? No one particularly. Henson was there once again. She couldn't quite get her hands to it, although it's come to ground. They've got to be careful here. Ivanhoe, although they're doing quite well. Here's Long. She got to the footy, and now they're going to get it out. Here's Sophie Bone. Kicks down the line, and it comes out the back, and now we've got a little bit of a foot race here to see who can get their first possessions on the footy, but there's a free kick against Torrington, unfortunately, for hands in the back, and the free kick will go the way of the hyphen and Fern Wannon. That one is Asher. Her kick's a good one, and it's found guess who? Talariti once again. She kicks inside forward 50. Will it get to a teammate? It will. Marker's been taken there by Holly Tamars, and she kicks inboard once again to a closer position, but this time it's been cut off and marked there that time excuse me, by Deveritos, who kicks down the line. Couldn't quite hit a target. Smith's going to provide a shepherd for a teammate who got a handball away to the outer side. And then they've got a few numbers behind the footy here, Ivanhoe, although they just couldn't quite get it out of there. She'll get it again, Will Smith. She handballed straight into trouble. Getting her hands free was Imogen Harris, and now the umpire has found a free kick for a throw. It'll go the way of Ivanhoe, and particularly Long. Long's kick was smothered off the boot. I don't know if the mark was actually set correctly there because she was awfully, awfully close. But either way, it's been locked up. Good tackle there by Harris. And we'll have a ball up. They're inside forward 50 once again. Whitehorse with a little over 3.5 to go. Tap out one that time by Maddie Freeman, who's had a leap in the ruck. They've rotated the ruck an awful lot today at Whitehorse, so it just shows they've got the commodities and the ruck stocks to be able to do that. Here's Talaridi again. Uses a bit of acceleration. That right foot kick is a bit of a tumbler. Didn't do Steve too many favours. She was probably tripped there a little bit. Unfortunate not to get the free kick. Although Whitehorse is still in a position to score here. Wheeling around. Here is Benson. Her kick on goal was a pretty decent effort, but unfortunately just across to the right and through for a behind. And they now go to 7-6-48. Whitehorse are yet to score. Got a couple of minutes to go in the third quarter as they're just allowed to stroll out of the fullback area. Ivanhoe, they bring the ball to the outer side. Here's Tamar. She kicks inside forward 50. Who's at home? Bounces between two. No one there to really pick it up particularly, and now they'll get a shot on goal. It goes to the top of the square. They're going to cut it off here, Ivanhoe, are they? Yep. Little clearing kick, but it's been marked there that time by Charlotte Freeman. She's about 30 out from home. Has she got the distance within her? No, she sees something she likes. It's a floater, and it's done all right because they're having a shot on goal that's just off to the left, and that was Lucy Freeman that time who had the running shot on goal. And definitely the points for effort, and they now go to 7-7-49, and Ivanhoe yet to score as Ivanhoe bring the ball out. Floating punt to the outer side of the ground. That's the Oriole Road side today. Tamars kicks the ball inside forward 50 again in those flashy pink boots. Picking up the footy there for Ivanhoe was Smith. She got the kick away, and I think that might just reach the boundary line first, although Steve's getting there. She got the kick away before she was run down from the back. And now the ball's in the forward pocket. Actually, Steve's butted up, I think, or just got the ball again. Goes with the snap, the Boonana to the top of the square. 2-on-2 there, couldn't quite bring it down with a mark. Can they get it here? Freeman's kick to the top of the square, didn't do anyone any favours. That's holding the ball, umpire. No, none coming towards Freeman. Handballs over the top. It's all hectic in the last couple of seconds here. They're going to wrap them up. Ivanhoe are being very brave here in their back half. They've got to put all the numbers down there. There's about 7 Whitehorse jumpers there just around that one contest in themselves. And the umpire finally says, I'll ball it up. 50 seconds to go, maybe even a little less here in the third quarter. Both ruckmen let the ball just drop between them as the ball comes away a little bit. Didn't go the required 15. Smith's in and over the top of the footy. She picks it up, tries to get it away. Stealing the ball once again is Henson, and she's kicked a goal. Fourth of the afternoon for Hallie Henson, putting herself in contention for the A1 Bakery of Fairfield Player of the Day. That's probably a contender for goal of the day. She sort of just stole it from 3 Fairfield defenders there and kicked her fourth of the afternoon. It's now 8-7-55 Whitehorse Colts, and Ivanhoe are yet to score, and that could most likely be the last bit of play we'll see this quarter. We might have the time for the ball up and the siren will go. Well, it'll go right now, in fact. There's a siren for 3-quarter time. Whitehorse, as mentioned, are 8-7-55. Ivanhoe are yet to score. Goal kickers for Whitehorse, 1 to Chowdhury, 3 to Talaridi and 4 to Hallie Henson. Few scatterings for the behind scorers as well. They could have had a lot more goal kickers personally. Ivanhoe are trying their absolute hearts out, but I think Whitehorse have just got their measure in a few places around the ball and around the contest in itself. So 3-quarter time, 8-7-55 plays yet to score, and we'll take a very short break, and we'll be back here shortly on the GameFace YJFL stream of the afternoon. Get your GameFace on.
Photos for timely, great photos, great designs. Find out how your club can raise money by selling photos online on your very own shop. Check out our website for other great offers such as live premiership posters, end of season awards, tributes and milestones, and gift vouchers are also available.
As the real estate industry is ever changing, our priority as a business is to create unity within our office and into our clients' homes. With regular training sessions, a solid support network, and plenty of in-house experience, we are proud of the difference we are making. Refining our team's skill set has led to significant growth over the last year. Our senior property management team bring passion, professionalism and knowledge into their individual roles, ensuring a high level of satisfaction with all clients. With the introduction of new marketing strategies, we've been able to provide clients with the best possible reporting systems, allowing us to gauge success on each campaign.
You know, it's one of the most stressful things you can do to sell your home.
Maintaining long-term client relationships has been a huge factor in our agency's success. We highly value working with our community and have been partnered with the Fitzroy Doncaster Cricket Club for the last 4 years now, and the Venator Club for the past 6 years. Priding our work ethic on honesty and loyalty means a trusting environment for all involved. Our service is driven by the team's motivation to continually improve the real estate experience.
Hi everyone, it's Tim from Growth Syndicates Australia and we're financial transformation specialists. Our clients are eliminating their mortgage in a much shorter period of time, creating more wealth and boosting their super. This is all done without impacting their lifestyle. Sounds amazing? Well, let me explain a little bit about the GSA Advantage. With clients all around Australia and a head office located in Elsternwick, our team of very experienced professionals enable unique and exclusive property investment opportunities through wholesale investing for clients to achieve specific outcomes. Our current projects are located in Brighton, Malvern East, Kew, Glen Iris and Mont Albert North. Everyone's busy and that's a fact. But did you know for every day you have a mortgage and underperforming investments or superannuation, you're missing out on $350 every day. It all starts with a friendly phone discussion to then arrange a meeting to provide you with a clear picture on what GSA achieves for our clients, and with no charge or obligation, see where these results can apply to you. So check us out at growthsyndicatesaustralia.com. Give us a call on 1300 205 556. I'd love to have a catch-up coffee with you at your place or our office. See where GSA can improve your financial position.
Welcome back here to Ford Park and Ivanhoe. 3/4 time, 55-point lead to the Whitehorse Colts. 8-7-55 plays. Diddly squat yet to score. 0-0 for Ivanhoe. I'd love to see them kick a couple in this last quarter. As already mentioned, they deserve some reward for effort. That's for sure, as the Whitehorse team just break apart from their huddle here, and Ivanhoe are just receiving some last words from their coaching group, led by Jess Delpos, the current AFLW player at Carlton. So just a reminder, the second game of our live stream coming up after this, we have got Park Orchards Colts. We saw them take on, we were here a couple of weeks ago for them, Campbell. I can't remember who they played here a couple of weeks ago. Surrey Park, that's right. They played Surrey Park. And hopefully they can bring out a really good performance today. And they're wearing a magnificent football jumper, as I've already seen today by a couple of them, wearing it around the ground already, commemorating Anzac round. So I'm sure if they I'm sure they're lucky enough they get to keep them as well, which is a little bit of an added incentive on playing such a magnificent, a very very sad weekend of sorts, but a very sombre mood as well at times as well. So both teams just making their way out to their positions now. The final quarter about to get underway. Ivanhoe kicking to the right of screen here. Whitehorse to the left, which is the Mall Road end of the ground, or near the Waterdale Road end of the ground, whatever you'd like to call it, Bell Street even. Just got to wait for the umpire to hold the ball aloft. We are ready to go. There's a siren to get things underway for the final quarter. Ruck tap one there that time by Ivanhoe. Didn't come down to anyone in particular. So who's going to be able to get the first advantage here? Maddie Freeman will in the helmet. She kicks it forward. Getting there on the first bounce was Benson. Benson's kick towards centre half forward is good. Dropping the ball at an inopportune time was Lucy Freeman. Her kick to the outer side's okay. Running onto the ball is Tamars. She couldn't quite get it. In there as well is Chowdhury. And the umpire will call for it. We'll have a ball up. near the attacking 50 for Whitehorse. Can they get the first of the final quarter? Huddy had the football taken away from her pretty much immediately. Here's that very busy lady in Talariti. She couldn't quite get it away. She might get it a second time. She does. She loads the ball towards the top of the square. Oh, mark nearly taken there by one of her teammates. So we've got to be very careful here. Ivanhoe, can they get it out? Chowdhury kicks to the top of the square. Just slips through the hands there of one of her teammates. Can they settle from here? Freeman puts herself over the football. There's Freeman again. The other one with a helmet kicks to the top of the square. Off, slip through the hands of Henson. Can they hold it up? Henson picks it up. She's probably nearly taken it too long there to try and get rid of it. Nearly holding the ball. And now they'll come away. Kicking board's good. That's a settler. Mark taken there that time. That was James. She could have stopped. And they have coughed it up now. And the mark has been taken by Asher. Fern Wannon, the hyphen. She's about 35 out. Pretty much directly in front. She might back her ability, although she sets it up to about the left of the goal square and running onto the ball for Ivanhoe. They'll get it out. That bounce is going to favour Freeman okay. She kicks to the top of the square. Slip through the hands of Chowdhury. Got to be careful here to Ivanhoe. And they're trying their hardest to wrap it up. There's a snap around the body. And it's held its line. It's gone through for a goal. Hang on. No, it's been touched. It's been touched. We all thought it was a goal. Yep. But the field umpire has said, no, touched off the boot behind. So that takes it to 8:56 for Whitehorse now. About 3 gone in the final quarter. There's a nice strong mark taken overhead by Lucy Torrington. She settled it down nicely. Kick to a teammate. Mark taken by Seacombe. She kicks down the line, standing her ground and nearly taking the mark there was Adelpos, I think. Not 100% sure. But no, it wasn't, unfortunately. It was a Smith, I should say. Ball comes out to the back of the pack. Who's there? Just a heap of Colt jumpers running with the ball. How is Bolt? She bolted, you could say. Kicks to the middle of the ground. There's a tumbler. Campbell liked that one. Getting to the ball first there was Talariti. She kicked it down the line. Didn't do any favours for Julia Delpos. It just bounced through her. Kick by Steve is good. Tries to favour Henson. She was second to the ball there. Here's Steve again, and she's taken too high. Yep. Probably fair enough too. So, it will be Steve. Not much of her, only a little lass. But she's going to have a go, I reckon. She's going to ensure she takes the full allotment of time allowed here. She's on her approach. Kicks on the way. Won't quite have the carry. Nearly did. Nearly went through the whole lot of them. But they come away here, Ivanhoe. The kick outside forward 50 is okay. Here is Stewart. She tried to get a kick away. Here's Steve again for a third disposal in the quarter. Kick to the pocket was okay, but there's a good strong mark taken out in front by Conte Masara. Kick down the line. That's all right. Slip through the hands of Smith once again. Gave it off to a teammate. That's all right. They're going to get out of the back line okay. They're going to bring it to the outer side. Although there is Freeman there once again for Whitehorse just to lock it all up, and we'll have a ball up around 55 out from home. The ball's up. Tap out was won there by Sophie Bone, who had a crack in the ruck, and guess who? She's gone for a run again. Has Talariti. She kicks to the pocket, slipping it through the hands again of Smith. It's a couple in a row that probably should have been taken. And now they're going to run it down the outer side, are they? The little kick was impeded, a little smother off the boot. It came from James. And now they've wrapped it up here again, Whitehorse, and they'll be happy with that. A little bit of stoppage just to take a little bit of sting out of the game. And I've only just noticed that they haven't got an interchange bench this game. They've been playing as a whole group the whole time. So puts a little bit more of a statement of sorts on the game, only playing with the players they've got out there. So credit to them so far, and there is no one forward or back of the centre square here. They've got a player out the back, just noticing that. Handball came from Freeman. They're inside once again, Whitehorse, and now that's going to be locked up and we'll have a ball up again. Ball back up. Both ruckmen fired a draw, both got hands on it. Trying to dodge around a couple was Freeman. She had to go in there a second time to try and get it out. Now they do. Went through the hands of Smith again. She got someone in the back there. That'll be a free kick. It'll go the way of Whitehorse. Kick is good, inside forward 50. Slip through the hands of Talariti. They've put a couple on her by the looks of it. She'll get it either way. She's deep in the pocket. That kick to the top of the square is an absolute beauty. I think it might have even bounced through. No, it's a behind. Here's her first behind of the afternoon. That takes them to 8-9-57. As the ball comes in. Have a run to about 30 of their out of their defensive 50. Tamar's put a bit of a fist in. Probably taken a little bit too high there was Conte Masara, but we'll have a ball up either way. So it's up again now. Smith, I reckon, just got her hands to it. Freeman in the helmet will get there first. She kicks to a little bit of space. Who's going to run onto it? There's a couple. Steve overran it. Handball came inboard. That's all right. There was Henriksen for Ivanhoe. Kick to the outer side's okay. Getting a good bounce was Henriksen. She went to follow up and do her own work again. Although it's a very dangerous spot, and the free kick for a high tackle has been found, and it's going to go the way of Whitehorse, and they're just about within a scoring range. Not too sure how far out they actually are. Maybe around 35. The kick went to the top of the square, and it's been wrapped up. Wasn't going to go anywhere. The umpire said she'll call for it. We'll have a ball up. Up and away again. Tomaz has gone into the ruck here for Whitehorse. Following the ball through was Steve. She's trying to have a red-hot go at getting the ball. Tomaz has got the head over the footy. She hands off to Steve, who goes to snap around the body. Pretty decent effort, but unfortunately through for a behind. That's her fourth behind of the afternoon, unfortunately. Probably deserves to kick one, to be completely honest. 8-10-58 now. Whitehorse. Ivanhoe are yet to score. They're going to bring the ball out wide once again. And the mark has been taken strongly overhead once again. They're going to kick the ball inside forward 50. No. It was Talariti who just puts one up towards the pocket. No one could bring it down. A lot of numbers around the ball for both sides here, just trying to lock it in. Obviously, Whitehorse and Ivanhoe are desperately trying to get it out. And the umpire has said she'll have it. We'll have a ball up. Around 20 out from the Whitehorse goal. Tap out wasn't decisively won that time, but that time it's gone out of bounds for a throw in. And we're inside the last sort of 5 minutes to go here in this game as the ball is slung back into play. Getting front position there that time was the Whitehorse ruckman. She kicks it away only as far as Talariti, who will burn off her opponent and kick to the top of the square. It's a pretty good effort, although off hands you would imagine, nearly through for behind, and in fact rushed through for another behind. 8-11-59 now. Plays Ivanhoe, who are yet to score, and we've got 5 minutes to go here in the final quarter. They bring the ball out. Yep, Delpos held her position nicely, and it's been marked. This is Julia. Wheels off her line now. Little kick down the line was okay. It slipped through the hands there of Freeman, who was good enough to get the handball to Van Fern Wannon. Kick inside forward 50 is okay. Here's Steve again. She snaps again and she finally gets one. She deserves that, I'll tell you that much. Reward for effort. Potential goal of the afternoon there. Snap around the body was awesome. Had some magnificent bend on it and got it through. 9-11-65 now. The Whitehorse Colts, and Ivanhoe yet to score, and we've got about 4.5, a little under, to go in the final quarter here from Ford Park. And just don't forget, we've got the Ashburton Redbacks and Park Orchards Sharks to come after this game in what should be a delicious encounter. As the ball was flung back up in the air, no one can get it out just yet. Freeman's got to head over the football. They're going to get it out now. Freeman again, inside forward 50. Who's out the back of this contest? It's going to roll and tumble towards goal. Here's Steve again, little live wire. Can she kick 2 in a minute? She tumbles 1 towards goal, and it's been marked on the line by Hallie Henson. And she'll slam through her 5th of the afternoon. You would imagine she's more or less directly in front. Slight angle, about 10 out. Would probably hit this halfway up the net. Maybe not, about 3/4 of the way up the net. And she kicks her 5th of the afternoon. And the score now reads 10-11-71 to Whitehorse. And Ivanhoe yet to score. 3 minutes to go, final quarter on the YJFL here on GameFace this afternoon. And we're not too far away from getting things underway between Park Orchards and Ashburton in what should be an absolute cracking game. Ball back in the middle. Who's going to get the tap down this time? Went between the pair of them. Smith that time from Ivanhoe will give it to there. She just held her position and got first hands on the football. Freeman throws herself to the football. She'll get the kick inside forward 50. Who's there? It's going to bounce between about 4 of them. Getting there was Chowdhury, but unfortunately her kick was cut off. Ivanhoe, they could have just taken their time there to get the ball out of defence, but they just seemed to rush to try and get it out. Here's a quick flying shot on goal by Tamaz, and that's bounced through. Holly Thomas, or Tamaz, I should say, has kicked her first of the afternoon, and Whitehorse, they're 11th, and they're now 11-11-77. And Ivanhoe are yet to score, and we've got a little under 2 minutes to go here in the final quarter, so they've been really, really good here late. Have Whitehorse kicked a couple more to what's been a pretty impressive game for them. And I'll add once again without a bench. Makes it even more an impressive win. Freeman got the tap. She'll follow up her own work. Her sister will help out by soccering the ball forward off the ground. They might get another one here, Whitehorse. They might not be done just yet. Lucy Freeman had the footy. Handballed over the top. Kick to the top of the square is good, although it just misses who was Holly Henson, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw-in. And it's deep inside the attacking pocket here for Whitehorse. Can they add one more before the day is done? The ball is tossed back in. Steve will kick to the top of the square. And the mark nearly taken by Henson, who's kicked 5 on the afternoon. She goes a second time, and there's a good crunching tackle there on the last line of defence. Free kick will go the way of Ivanhoe. Quality work there just to hold it up. They'll try and bring the ball out more and less towards this side of the ground. Coming in from the side is Freeman. She plays on. Oh no, that's the hyphen, I should say. That's Fern Wannon. She got the kick away, and it bent nicely and through for a goal, and there's her first of the afternoon. Asher Fern Wannon gets her first of the afternoon, and Whitehorse's 12th, 12-11-83. And that could well be one of the final pieces of play we'll see today. The siren will pretty much go as the ball makes its way to the middle. Just waiting for it to go at any second now. It's going to be a nice victory here to the Whitehorse Colts, and there is the final siren. 12-11-83 for the Colts. Ivanhoe gallant all day. Tried their hearts out. Some real good players there to watch out for in the future. We'll go through the goal kickers. Asher Fern Wannon kicked one really late. Kushi Chowdhury kicked one. Emma Steve kicked one. She was magnificent throughout the day. Janet Talariti, she kicked 3, and she's going to be a name to look out for in the future. An absolute star there in the making. Hallie Henson kicked 5. Holly Tamars kicked 1 late. So it was an 83-point victory in the end to the young ladies of Whitehorse. And shout-outs to the likes of Smith Seacombe, the both Del Posses. They tried their hearts out all day. But in the end, Whitehorse were just too good. We're going to take a short break before our Colts game this afternoon between the Ashburton Redbacks and the Park Orchard Sharks. In the meantime, get your game face on.